Where did we leave off last time?
Lots happened.
A lot has happened.
Yeah.
Closer to our goal than when we started.
Mm-hmm.
Presumably.
It's very insightful.
I almost died.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, don't.
Don't.
I burned all my 3rd level spells.
I feel like we've
Yeah.
used
Still
a lot
have spell
so far.
slots?
I've got plenty. I used all the good
I
ones.
think I used all of them before we started in here.
But it was essentially session 2 of escape room
Manor.
manner. Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a whole thing with brown mold.
Yep. Maitland is dead now.
Yes, unfortunately.
You got some brown mold and put it in your
Hang on. Aurora was determined and got it.
where is it? I
Chill.
wrote it down.
Fire resistant glass.
Yes, but it had something fancy in it.
It was like a tea.
Had
It
a,
was
No.
like iced
some sort of ice.
It was like an
iced mocha, if I recall.
Yep, it was
Poured
an
out,
iced mocha.
5,000 gold.
We made it. We took a cutting of one of the, or 2 of the paintings, I believe. Right.
Yes.
Yes.
We're now upstairs.
Yep.
We checked out the first room.
You
Which
thought you were falling to your
involved
death.
an interesting little
Yeah, you were flailing around.
spell.
But Elle helped you with Thorn Whip.
Mm-hmm.
I think I almost shot Aurora.
Yep.
And we learned that your fleas can make an Iron Man suit for you.
I can do a lot of
fly.
things.
Yeah.
Iron Man is just one of them.
But we eventually through Thorn Whip got woken up and inspected that first room, finding
Scorch marks, burnt papers, crayon drawings.
a lot of things that could relate to a young fire. What are the 4 people called?
Children.
Nope.
It's got a death wish, man.
Yeah.
I'll come back around.
Well, because we saw drawings with scorch marks, and it looks like kid drawings.
Yeah.
So maybe this is Eddie's room. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we ended there before we started looking to other rooms.
Mm-hmm. Nope. Missed.
We have a fruit fly. It's persistent.
They're nasty this year.
Inspiration for whoever gets it.
Yeah, no kidding. Sure, why not? Proof it didn't happen.
Yeah.
I'm manifesting here.
Alright. So yes, we pick up as the trap that was triggered to the entrance to this room has been quelled after your 2 beefy boys punched through or broke through the doorway. Looking at the childlike crayon, somebody's named the exterminator, childlike crayon drawings of this room, the scorch marks on the wall, looking through what appears to be a mix of children, adolescent, teen books on the bookshelf. As a reminder and a lay of the land, there is another doorway on either side of the hall, one at the end of the hall. A stairway at the other end of the hall you came up going up, and the stairs going back down to reorient yourself here. But we pick up as the search in the first bedroom is ongoing, coming to a close. What would you guys like to do? Excuse me.
Should we keep looking?
Remember, did we go through the chest?
I don't think so.
I think so.
We maybe looked on the table and then the books. Oh, I better drag somebody.
There's a chest in here.
Yeah, sure.
Careful opening it, just in case it's...
Can I stand at the
Booby trap.
entrance of the door?
It's a kid's room. Why would you booby trap?
Jeremy, go try and open that.
as I send them over mage hand style. The fleas form a bit of a skinless glove.
It's like, Jeremy, no!
Like there's no flesh in the glove.
Okay.
And just lift to try and open the chest.
Okay. As the mage hand goes and
empty
starts
glove.
to
Yeah, really.
Might be bones, you don't know.
skinless glove starts to like try and manipulate the chest, you realize from where you are that the main lock and key is more like a button, like a Fisher Price push the button to open the chest kind of toy.
Aww.
So instead of going to lift, you find this button.
Jared, push the button. But I'm gonna step out of this doorway first. Okay, push the button.
Well, I'm still sitting on the table in the room, and I'm not gonna.
That's your problem.
Yeah.
Jeremy goes to go ahead and push the button, and you hear a click. The chest pops open, and Elle. I need a dexterity save.
Oh!
Come on! What am I doing?
A dexterity saving throw as you're the only one in the line of fire as this chest opens.
Cool.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Al, watch out.
Whoa. What?
1.
No, it's a 3.
Oh. Well. As you are watching this unfold, Apoc stepping out of the door and you kind of just chilling for a hot second. As the chest opens, you see tiny little darts, just like before with Basil, fling out towards you. You take 3 piercing damage
Aww.
as they jab into you. This time not seeming to have any poison lathered on it. Or acid, I think it was the first time. But
That's
you
nice.
do get, like, jabbed with 3 little darts in your arm.
It's just a child's one.
Here, kid. I just hand her a red potion of healing. I guess that's a learning lesson.
Lesson.
I'm
Nice.
just sitting here.
Learning lesson.
I forget what the quote was from earlier.
As opposed to a other lesson?
Yeah. It's not history class.
Oh my god.
Mrs. Q bustles over. Are you okay? Are you okay? Did it hit you in anywhere painful?
Yeah, my body.
You're right, that was a silly question. Do you need some help getting them out?
Are they in me?
I mean, they're darts, right?
They're like little like darts that you would play darts with. I hear it, don't say anything. And yeah, they're like one is kind of stuck in your forearm, one's like stuck in your shoulder. They just kind of like little needles like lodged in, but the chest is open.
Okay, you can't say don't. I know what I said. Darts that are darts with. What I
Darts
said
that you play darts with.
when you make fun of me saying learning lesson.
I'm the DM. I can say whatever the hell I want.
I'm over on Basil. Just put my arm on your shoulder. I'm like, how you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Like this.
It's true.
We were just standing like this.
Yeah.
Leaning on me like that.
But yes.
If Apoc hands full of potion, she's not gonna drink it. She's okay, but she'll just keep it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll ask Mrs. Q to help her get the dart out of her.
Okay. I'll count down from 3. Ready? 1. Nope, that's up. 3.
We are on it today.
3, 2, and she pulls the first one. Now I'll count from 7.
Why
Then she
7?
just pulls it because you made a fuss. She just pulls it out. And then the third one, she just yanks it before she even you have a chance to recover. Done. All done. All better.
Way to go, Mrs. Q.
Oh my god, you guys are gonna die.
You look like you've done that before.
Jesus.
They play darts in my local pub. Much practice.
Was there anything in the chest?
Yeah, that's the next question.
So who goes over to look in the chest?
Like all three of us, because we're there together.
Yeah.
You gonna take a look? I don't know. Steph? Elle? You up for that?
Of course!
Yeah.
I want to see what's in it. I just got shot for it.
Fair enough.
So you all go. You all put your heads over the chest and open up the lid all the
Giant
way.
tongue wraps around you.
Yeah.
And inside the chest, it is it's mostly empty. There's a lot of hollow space in here, but kind of scattered along the bottom, you see like a few more books. These ones locked away in the chest. A few picture books. A few like adolescent novels, like a 10-chapter, 100-page kind of novel. You see a few more drawings, similar style as before. Most of these drawings are actually kind of wound scroll-like and like tied with a very unskillfully
Inspiration.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeremy, no!
tied unskillfully with like a little ribbon or a little piece of twine. You see a couple like toys, like a stuffed animal kind of thing. But you don't see anything else really.
Is there a false bottom?
Can Elle look through the books and see which one seems the most worn? Like which book was probably read the most?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it would be in the chest. So you're looking at the chest. If you're looking for a false bottom, make an investigation check for me. But as you kind of peek over Elle into the chest, there's only 2 or 3 books here, and it's easy enough to pick out the one that's most worn. As you pick it, pull it up, and just kind of look over the title, it reads, I hope I don't get in trouble for this, it reads The Giving Tree. And as you kind of open it up, it tells the story of how the
You
tree
do
of
monetize so
Alderheart
fast.
was
She means the
created.
giving shrub.
The giving shrub.
But it's the tree of Alderheart, how it gave the
Aw.
wood a home, and gave the denizens of the wood a home in this this living tree of Alderheart. And it talks of the early druidic peoples that helped to shape the tree into a home. And you see a lot of like the corners bent, the pages kind of ripped around the outside, something that you would expect from something that's been flipped through quite a bit.
It's like a paper book, not like a... What are they called? Like the books, like the kids' books that are like giant
cardboard
cardboard.
ones?
Waterproof ones?
Yeah.
Board book.
But
Board
no,
books, thank you.
It's very scroll-like. Very,
Okay.
Very papyrusy.
I was imagining like bite marks on the edges.
No, not quite that. Just,
Ella's gonna take that book with her.
okay. Investigation? Nope.
8. Yeah. Probably nothing.
Nothing
Did
really
you-
interesting in this one.
Were you going to look inside?
Oh yeah, I was over there also looking inside. Can I?
Because earlier when you were at the bookshelf, you were looking for like see if like there were like any names or anything like etched in the books.
Yeah. Do I? If I have a quick look at the books in the chest, do I see name like someone's name written in the front?
Yeah, so there's only like 2 more books that, aside from the one that Elle took, there's only 2 more books in here, and I remember the roll wasn't that great last time to look for names. in the
Yeah, I
books,
don't think it was.
So I don't think you find anything more.
Is there anything behind the chest? Like dropped behind the chest?
You go to look behind the chest, and no, it's kind of like
Right
fixed
up
right
against
to
it.
the walls. So.
Okay.
I'm curious. You said there was a like a plushie.
Yeah, it looks like a little stuffed bunny with long ears and little
Aw.
button eyes.
Bunny.
Alright.
Should we keep looking?
Yep. There's a room on the other side. But may I make a request that you don't just go barging in, just in case? You know?
Good idea, Mrs. Q.
How else are we gonna get in?
Well, we can open the door and not step past the threshold and just look first to see and maybe even detect some magic or something.
Like a museum?
What? That's what you do at museums?
Yeah, you know when you go up to the door and they have it roped off.
Oh,
You can't
I
actually
see.
go into the room.
Yes,
You're
just
looking
like
in.
that.
Yeah.
Just like that.
So rather than like last time using his shoulder to bust open the door, can Sir Basil just first like see the door?
Secrets unlocked.
Like kind of just like a.
What is this new thing?
Yeah.
This is a learning lesson.
This is so strange for me.
Is the one you'll never do that again.
There it is.
So which door are you looking at?
The
here, Basil?
one.
Is it...
The
The
one
one
that
that Aurora's standing by?
it would be the one with Aurora. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Basil, as you go to gently unlock or open the door handle, it turns.
Can I just
Pop it open.
without
Just
going
like
yet,
that?
just
It's
like
a flick of the wrist.
yeah, you know.
Okay. As you pop it open, you see a larger bedroom that's kind of divided with a bookshelf along the middle to give almost the feel of two separate rooms. This bedroom it looks pristine, lived in, like it had just been cleaned up by whoever lives here. The beds are made, pillows fluffed. You see some like decorative throw pillows as well. You see like little globules of light. Those same kind of globules here, but they're almost a warmer glow, like a night light or a bedside table light, to kind of allow you to read when it's starting to get dark. So it's a little bit warmer in this room. Excuse me. However, as you walk in and as you enter,
Did you?
Well, no, I'm staying by the entrance.
Doing as you're told.
Sir Basil, with like realizing and still maybe a little traumatized by the whole experience of the last room, will say to the group, "Any chance there's a spell in this room too? Can anyone check it out before entering?"
We should definitely check.
so the other thing you notice before you walk in, just as a heads up, because you would see it from the doorway,
Okay.
at least for the first half of this room. So this bookshelf, if you think of it kind of going from like a room divider, like floor to just under the ceiling kind of
Okay.
thing. So you can't quite see the whole side of the bed over there.
Mm-hmm.
But in the middle of the bed closest to the door, like propped up, you see a set of 3 dolls
Oh,
No,
Just props.
murder them.
sitting.
What are the dolls?
Just dolls.
Humans?
They're all of like Humblewood denizens, thinking Cordelia.
Human dolls in an animal world.
Okay. It's not like, oh, there's a doll of like Basil, Mrs. Q, or something weird like that. Okay.
No, they look like a there's a Vulpin, very fox-like with the orange. There is a Luma, very pigeon-esque with like the green throat. There is like the way we would see baby human dolls is kind of what they're baby versions of Humblewood denizens.
There were.
Humblewood species.
Did you say there were 3, or they were just
There's
dolls?
3.
There are 3 of them currently that you can see sitting on
You
this
can
bed.
choose our
Currently
starter.
You can see. Okay.
But you can't see the other half of the room, right? So
Right.
what you
Right.
see here is the bookshelf, the dolls.
Yep.
Okay. Right.
So Basil will be like, Aurora, since you're beside me,
Yeah.
is there a spell in this room?
How should I know? At what point have I been able to figure it out?
Anybody?
I'm unable to detect magic, unfortunately.
Is anyone able to do it?
Anybody see a spell? You don't see a spell? You don't see a, did you see a spell? Elle, you see a spell?
It's not my forte.
Elle's gonna sigh and she's gonna kind of go into the not past the threshold, and she's gonna go and detect magic.
Okay. So you're going up to like just before you cross the threshold and detect magic. Okay.
Yeah, not in the room yet.
Okay. You get, and that is school. You get school of magic.
You get. Let me see.
Come on. Okay. So what you would get as you expand out your detect magic, a lot of this seems a-okay for the most part. The bed is normal. The bookshelf itself is normal. You do get... What would it be? It would be... You do get pings of enchantment and transmutation from the dolls,
Ooh.
as well as a few points on the bookshelf. And you also feel the same kind of magic. How much would 30 feet be here? You would also feel the same kind of magic.
Transmutation on the shelter.
You would feel the same kind of magic buzzing above you. Just on the inside above you. That's what you get in your radius right now.
Above.
As in,
like door frame above? Or
with Elle's detect magic, she can get an idea that it is inside the room, but like
above.
We're talking like, I don't know, the bulkhead above.
Okay,
Gotcha. Okay.
Is it safe, Elle?
Yep.
Can Elle just kind of look up at the ceiling and see if she sees anything? She has not said anything to anybody yet.
Okay. So you poke your head in to look up at the ceiling, like look where is that what you're doing?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you poke your head in to kind of look up towards where you're getting that ping, and you get an exact ping with detect magic. With your detect magic up, you see what looks like some form of sigil or rune that's glowing with that same enchantment and transmutation right above the doorway, like right above the entrance to this room.
Okay.
I kind of back slightly from the door and say, okay, so I don't know how to get in this room. There's something right above the door that I think will transform us into something if we walk in.
Would Mrs. Q know from like knowledge of magic whether transmutation only works on living things or if it would work on inanimate objects?
You can make me an Arcana check.
Okay. I'm exhausted, so disadvantage, right?
Yes.
Oh man. At least it's a +5. Okay, 12.
12.
No, it's alright.
In terms of transmutation, like it is a known school of magic. With the 12, you know that it has a lot to do with the changing of matter and energy from one thing into another. You know that it could be changing a material, like a silk into a cotton, for example. Could be a form of transmutation, or it could be... You do know with the 12 that it could be changed, that it could be cast on living things, not just inanimate objects.
Okay, but that but I would know that a spell would be specific to, like if you were casting a transmutation spell, you would be casting something specific, like turn this specific thing into this specific thing. Like the spells are specific. I don't know if I'm
Like
making
turn
sense.
whoever walks into a plushie.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know. It's not like there's no like general transmutation.
I mean, I'm gonna say with the 12, do you have any transmutation spells? I don't think I do.
Can I yell out towards the dolls?
You can, yes.
Hey.
I'm gonna say with the 12 though, you're not quite sure the specificities of this. Sorry.
That's
Yes, Aurora.
Hey, Stuffies, your stitching's not as good as you think it is. And I cast vicious mockery on the dolls.
Just walking around the dolls.
Yes!
A single tear falls.
Is that a save?
Yes, please.
What kind of a save?
Wisdom.
They fail anyways.
Ooh.
As you cast and your spell interacts with the dolls, go ahead and roll your damage.
5 psychic damage.
Okay. And you targeted one of the dolls?
Yeah, the Vulpin one.
As your magic interacts with the spell, you see the spell hit. It hit the thing. They don't seem to react aside from...
Is it like a Beanie Baby losing value over
More
time?
like you see them almost...
Ooh.
Okay.
You see all of their heads kind of adjust
Ooh.
to the interaction.
Meaning we're gonna mess you up.
We're in Sid's room.
Elle, your detect magic is still up. You feel that enchantment on the dolls bump in intensity just a little bit. Because it lasts for 10 minutes, right? Until you get concentration.
Right.
What should we do, guys?
Yeah.
Well,
Aurora,
They
they
see-
didn't like that.
they seem to have feelings.
I wonder if they could be feeling this as I loose an arrow into the second doll.
All right then.
We're not in the room.
Okay.
Does a 11 hit?
Yep.
Hey.
They're
I rolled-
dolls, right?
I rolled a
Just
2.
dolls.
I actually need to roll.
Yep.
11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. Okay. Okay. So you aim for the second doll. Your arrow
Check out
goes
my
and
blowball.
takes out a chunk of stuffing. And once more you see Elle, that flare of enchantment comes up once more. As in the blink of an eye, you see the dolls all standing.
Hey.
Whoa.
We need to roll initiative.
Guys, they can walk.
Excellent. Oops. I'll take that. That's fine.
I'm not seeing where is my thing. Oh, I see.
So much for not having to roll.
Yeah, so much for not having a roll. Gotta go get more dice.
Take out the dolls.
Apoc.
13.
15. Basil.
14.
15. Mrs. Q. 18. Elle.
15.
Ooh, good cluster.
Ooh, Aurora.
Also 18.
Holy
Okay,
smokes.
this is good.
Wow.
Okay.
Unless they all rolled like 20
20.
something.
Okay, so let me just pull out. Let me just get. Is that you? No.
Rule number
No.
3 in D&D. If it's cute, it will kill you.
I just imagine being like, be our friends.
Where are the...
Yeah.
Aurora's gonna kill us.
Nice. Fucking smooth.
Characters. There's a little like little NPC thingies that you can drag on. Am I missing them here? Oh well, it doesn't matter. Okay, we're gonna use this little guy. Just he's not actually there. They don't look like skeletons.
They're just sitting on the bed.
So for now, they're just sitting on the bed. 2, 3 of them.
And we don't want to enter this room, correct?
Mrs. Q, in like the moments after the dolls stand up, is wondering why we wanted to go into this room in the first place. And why we don't
That's
just
it.
close the door and walk away. It's too
Welcome
late
to
now.
D&D, my friend. Okay.
Mhm.
Aurora, you are up first.
Oh, okay. Well, I closed the door.
Okay.
Alan and Sir Basil are trapped.
Are you guys in the room?
No.
They were in the doorway.
Oh.
No, we're just looking at the door.
Okay. You go ahead and try and close the door.
Oh.
What?
It's not closing.
Oh, all right.
What sorcery is this?
Elle, you see the sigil above the door flare brightly as Aurora tries to fight the door closed.
Got him.
Crap.
I'm gonna
I
turn
don't
all
think
of my
we
notes
close
on
it.
after so you can see what's written and
Yeah.
realize.
No, it's good. It's good.
Okay.
Sorry, Elle, what were you saying?
She says crap very loudly,
Okay.
and then I don't think we can close the door. Maybe that's what the thingy up there means. She's gonna point at it.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Thanks for the tip. So, like, I guess I use my action to try and close the door. So I'm gonna just back up, and as I back up, you can start to see my fur starting to sparkle a little bit, like that transformation that I have, where kind of like my teeth crystallize and like the eyes kind of shimmer blue, darker blue. Yeah, and use my transformation.
Okay.
That's it for me.
All right. So, Mrs. Q, you are up. Elle, you're on deck. As you see these dolls all standing, heads kind of cocked to the side, one of them ripped through with an arrow, the other one a single tear coming down from Aurora's vicious mockery.
Okay.
And they're just kind of staring.
Mrs. Q has never been into dolls. Like, as a child, she wasn't really into dolls. She's always found them a little off-putting. So she, despite the fact that she can appreciate the artistry in making dolls, because, she is a crafter herself, she is, like, not feeling this at all. So she is very happy to, like, yank the stuffing out of these things.
Okay.
So she immediately casts Guiding Bolt at the one that hasn't been attacked yet.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
I have never used this before, so I don't quite know how to do it. So make a ranged spell attack against. I don't know how to do that.
So you're going to roll a d20.
Okay.
And then for your guiding bolts, where you see the hit column, plus whatever, it should be plus 5.
Yes, it
That's
is.
what you add to your d20.
Excellent. So that is an math. That is an 18.
Yes, absolutely hits.
Now, what am I casting this at first level or second level? Let's do. Hang on. Yes. Okay, I have the choice. Let's do first level.
First level, okay,
Yeah.
so 4d6 damage.
May I borrow some d6s?
Yeah.
4d6 for guiding bolt.
Guiding bolts and
Well,
inflict wounds are no joke at first level.
Damn.
This one
Is that much?
doesn't roll as well. I feel, but
Inflict wounds. Is what I asked.
Yeah, it's like similar, but that's a
So that's
Yeah.
6,
10.
10, 13, 14.
You do not remember guiding bolt being that though.
Yeah, guiding bolt is awesome. Okay, so as you expend the spell slots,
It's pink.
a little, I was about to ask.
It's like a light shimmery pink.
Okay.
She was like inspired a little bit by Aurora's like sparkly thing that just happened right there. She's
Love
like,
it.
I could go for some sparkle right now. And she shoots like
feeling the
glittery,
sparkle.
sparkly pink.
Perfect. All right, and as it hits this doll, you see it like singed with this radiant energy. Let me see. Okay, no, we're good. It is like singed through with this radiant energy, and it is looking rough from a single hit. And you do see it's kind of sparkling a little bit more with that pinkish energy as the second feature of your guiding bolts. So you're aware is the next attack on that creature has advantage.
Ah,
You mark it.
oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh, you're totally right. It totally says that. Okay, yo guys, go for the. Which one did I hit?
So you hit the one I didn't describe. You hit the trash panda.
Great, guys, hit the trash panda. I marked it.
Must be a Gen 7.
Okay. So that is up for Mrs. Q. Elle, you're up. Basil, you're on deck. You all rolled really high.
Elle's gonna look at. So all the dolls have been hurt at this point, right?
Correct.
She loves dolls. She looks at the little Vulcan and can't help but think of Cordelia, who's somewhere out in the world.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
So looking at the Vulcan doll, Ella's gonna cast Dispel Magic on it. She thinks something else is still kind of funky.
Ooh.
nice.
Okay, looking at the Vulpin doll, that was doll,
Wow.
the first one, the one that Aurora hit. You go
Getting-
ahead and cast
Getting
Dispel
mocked to
Magic.
death.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you go ahead and cast Dispel Magic. What would this be? No, that would be right. So yeah, you go ahead and cast Dispel Magic on this doll. You don't even have to roll for this. As you cast Dispel Magic and the doll limps onto the bed.
Huh.
I would like you to make me an Arcana check as you do this.
Ooh, I like these ones. Okay, that's a 15 plus 4, 19.
Amazing.
Nice.
So as you do this, and the doll limps, the sigil above the door that you can see in your 30-foot radius with Detect Magic, because it doesn't cover the entire room, but you can see that. You see it fade just a little bit as the doll loses its magic. With a 19,
The sigil fades a little bit?
the intensity of the sigil fades. With a 19, you get a sense that there's certainly a link between the dolls and this sigil. And with a 19, I'm also going to say that, and what just happened to the doll, you know that the link is likely working both ways. Like it's feeding off each other. Like the magic of the sigil and the magic of the dolls is the same, and one is keeping the other alive.
So when that doll falls, actually, and when I cast a new spell, do I break concentration on my previous one?
Only if the spell you cast is a concentration spell, which Dispel Magic is not. So Detect Magic is still up.
Cool. So seeing the doll flop and seeing the sigil change, Elle's just going to kind of relay that to everybody. I think if we knock out the dolls, the sigil won't impact us. But now I'm not so sure if the sigil is just keeping the door open. That's it. I think that's all I can do.
Okay. Basil, Apoc on deck. Somehow you're the bottom of the initiative with 13.
Yeah.
My stuff is like close range.
Can you throw things?
Close.
There's nothing to say you can't just walk into a room.
True.
Except Mrs. Q.
I just
Yeah.
want us to be a little more aware of our surroundings.
Basil, choose your best life. Do what you
Ignore
want
the
to
wisdom
do.
of your elders.
Do what makes you happy.
Technically, did anyone say don't go in the room?
No, I just said let's not. You also you actually can do what you want. Like you don't have to do what I say.
I just don't want to get caught in another situation.
I think Elle would have pointed out the sigil, and if Basil's right next to her, he'd be aware of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I'm really convincing as to whether or not we can or cannot go in the room. Because I think both Steph and Elle have no idea if something bad will happen.
I mean, if something happens, we can get you out. All three of us, 4 of us are fine.
What you doing, Basil?
Okay.
Oh god, I can't wait till you get to like a boss battle.
I love the
Yeah.
difference between your brother talking a portal to the death and Basil just walking into a room.
Yeah, I know. Okay, yeah. So,
We'll
so
have to
Basil's
tell that story.
so Basil's just gonna just jump into the situation. So he will probably just lunge for the bed.
Okay.
Does anything happen?
You're getting to a bed?
You enter the room.
Okay. Once on the bed, I imagine him like wanting to. So like he'll probably like try and jump almost like right on top or in the middle of these dolls.
Are you crazy?
And he's gonna use
What bad thing could happen?
sword burst. So you're gonna he's just gonna as soon as he lands on the bed, you're just gonna see all these spectral swords like shoot out around him.
Ooh.
Cool. Okay.
That's dope, Basil. Glad you got there in the end.
It's like they will have to do a
Watch out for the linens.
a dex save.
Dex. Okay. So for the pigeon, that's the second doll. Nope. And for the trash panda, the third doll. Nope. Where's my jail? Bad dice. Both fail.
So what happened?
Because one's already dead, right?
And yes, the Vulpin has been dispelled.
Okay, in that case, you're gonna take 10 damage.
Ooh. As the swords kind of carve through them, like cutting off the hair, the clothing, just shredding.
Just plushy
Um,
pieces flying
Yeah,
in the air.
plushy pieces flying out. They are still up. Wow. As they are just kind of standing, still alert, kind of moving as each of you take your turn here to attack. Just still going.
Mm-hmm. To end my turn, I will use just my bonus action to cast Help, and I'll just say, like, destroy these monstrosities! And I'll kind of just, like, imagine just, like, clearing the way out of it, but so that, like, it's almost like, kill this thing! And it will be help for whoever's after me, which I think
Which
is...
is Apoc.
All right.
Do it.
Okay, so I'm gonna, for my first attack, hit the one that doesn't already have advantage on it. So the Vulpin, I think, is not glowing.
Nope, that would be the Vulpin is
Sorry,
gone.
the Vulpin's gone.
Trash
The
can is
Luma.
It's the pigeon, yeah.
The pigeon is
Not glowing.
not glowing,
Yeah.
correct.
I hit the pigeon first with advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a 20 something.
Okay.
So that's going to be 14 points of piercing damage.
Damn.
Okay.
So good.
And then for my second attack, I'm going to hit the glowy one.
Yep, with advantage.
With advantage. Yeah, that also hits.
Uh-huh.
It's not
Don't
crit
bother.
though.
Don't bother rolling. Don't bother.
But it's so good. 16 points of damage.
Yeah, it had to. All right, as you make quick work loosing your arrows towards all of the dolls and of not smoke, fluff, kind of falling around you, Basil, as you basically explode these.
Yeah, good job, Jeremy.
And as you're standing there, Elle in the end, all of you in the entrance, and Basil around on the bed,
Yes.
you see.
Ooh.
You see
Oh, that's a lot of them.
as another 6
Balls.
start to waddle towards you, kind of creaking, moving in a very doll-like way, step by step, until they creep around the bookshelf. All of
Where
them
did they
just.
come from?
So you only saw one half of the room, not being able to see past the bookshelf to the other bed.
Uh-oh.
As they have all kind of moved around the bookshelf. Elle's still getting that same kind of magical sigil magical energy from them. As you see the first doll, so this one here, I'm going to have to start marking these at some point. So this one here, a baby version of a Corvum with big eyes and a big smile. Just look at the two closest people to it, and you see it unhinge its jaw and just start cackling.
Oh my goodness.
Oh
Yeah,
my.
actually scared me. Oh jeez.
I need wisdom saves from Aurora and from Elle.
Oof.
Is it to be frightened?
No, it is not.
Okay. 6.
Natural 20.
All right.
Plus 5 for 25. Fuck you, bird.
So as this cackling, this awful cackling that I will not do again, pierces through, Elle, you're able to shake it off, being one of the first ones to see these little creatures coming towards you. Aurora, with a 6, you are not. You should have had more dice.
Do you need more? Do you need
Nope.
D6s?
Oh. You take 8 points of psychic damage,
Nice.
and you are incapacitated for
Ooh.
1 minute.
Okay.
As you
Damn.
1
yourself
minute?
start to laugh. So that was that doll.
Oh dang.
Oh no!
Okay.
Yikes.
Do.
So we're now opening up the other rooms, right?
The other 2 dolls. So these 2 dolls here, I don't think, because they would have walked around, they don't have a whole movement. I'm going to say these 2 dolls get about there. As they are heading towards you, Basil, they're kind of walking strangely before they turn the corner and beeline it towards you. And ooh, I think you're just out of their range. They'll use their action to come right up to you.
Oh jeez.
Oh no.
Is your thing still going?
My servers just a constant like.
Okay. So they've used their action to run right up to you and can't do anything more on this turn, but they are now within melee range of you. Aurora incapacitated. The other dolls.
Just got a case of the yips.
The other dolls, I don't think they can make it far enough.
Did we kill the third one?
Well, one of them laid limp on the bed
Yeah.
and killed the other
Do
two.
Oh,
I
okay,
get
you get the
do I
other
get
two.
a save each run, or is it for the full minute?
You don't know, but you'll find out really soon.
Okay, I thought it was my.
The other dolls are going to. There's 3 more.
Yep.
They want to use. Yeah, I think they will. I think they're going to. This one is going to use its action to come right up to Aurora and Apoc, so leaving the room. The other one, even with its action, can only get to here. And the other one, even with its action, can only get to here. And they are... You're just outside of their range, Apoc and Mrs. Q.
Oh boy.
Okay, so that is their turn. Next. Aurora! Make a saving throw.
4.
Big one.
4.
4.
Everything is funny right now for some reason as your yipping continues.
Okay.
Mrs. Q, Elle on deck.
Can you show me where I am, please? Okay.
Oh, you can take a bonus action, sorry, if you want. You just can't take actions or reactions
Oh.
as incapacitated. Sorry, Mrs. Q, hold on a second.
I guess we're technically just in the hallway, huh?
Can Mrs. Q go while I figure that out?
Sure, yeah.
I wasn't planning. I wasn't planning.
Sorry, Eric.
Mrs. Q runs into the fray, so between the first group and the group that are currently with Basil. So sorry, I don't, can I just move it like this? Oh yeah. So I'm here-ish.
Okay.
Oh, see, okay.
So I use all my movement to get into the room. And she casts spirit guardians.
Ooh, what is this?
Nice.
So I call forth spirits that protect us, and they flit around at a distance of 15 feet for the duration of the spell,
Okay.
which is 10 minutes. They look like little fairies with wings.
Adorable.
So when I cast a spell, I designate all of my friends to be unaffected by it.
Okay.
So all you guys are good, but everybody else, including the dolls, they have to make a wisdom saving throw, either when they enter my 15 feet circle or when they start a turn there. And on a failed save, their speed is halved and they take a bunch of damage if they fail their save.
So
Okay.
good.
So when they start their turn or when they enter for the first time. Okay, great.
Yes.
Great. All right. Do you have a bonus?
Basil, you're always helping everybody. No one helps you. So take my yips and feed off that energy as I bardic inspire you.
Yip, yip.
Hooray!
I feel the power!
What are you at now for Bardic Inspiration?
A
Like
D8.
a D8. So a D8
Oh,
added
sick.
to
Any roll.
any
right?
roll.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Cool.
Okay. L.
we
Basil
have a
on
bard?
deck.
I didn't know we had Bard.
Never will.
Yeah.
L is up, and then you're on deck, Basil.
Cool.
Okay. No more. Okay. I was gonna look back up at the ceiling. How far away is the sigil? And can she tell if it's been carved in or placed there?
So as you look up at the sigil with your detect magic, as you look up at the sigil with your detect magic and try and take it in, you can see that it has almost been not carved. There's no chisel mark. It's more like it is glowing. You can see that it's glowing. So you're not sure what put it there, but it doesn't look carved. So chalk, paint, pencil, something along those lines.
Cool.
Need a good strong vinegar.
Yeah.
And a scrubbing brush.
Vinegar and baking soda.
Well, Elle's gonna look around at all these things attacking her friends and feeling slightly outnumbered. She's gonna throw a dispel magic at the sigil.
Okay. All right. So as you throw a dispel magic at the sigil, what does it look like for Elle?
Elle's not a sparkly girl, so she doesn't quite fit with the theme, but for Elle, it's gonna be like mustering kind of wind around her, I guess, hands, and kind of just pushing it towards to kind of ostensibly blast away whatever she's trying to get out.
Perfect. So as you go and you blast this energy towards the sigil, you see the sigil flare and then fade. As you dispel the sigil here, and you see immediately as the sigil is dispelled, this guy, and this guy. Sorry, I'm just deleting them so I don't mix them up here. You see 3 of the dolls fall to the floor. Inanimate once more.
Whoa.
Nice.
Okay, doing that, Elle is gonna. There's still a buddy in front of her, right?
You have some. Thanks.
Elle kind of wants to make her way into the room and look at the books. She's done a lot. She's like, all right, you guys got this. She's just gonna kind of move on with her evening.
It's been a long day.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you move in, you do have to move past a skeleton.
Yeah, she's gonna try to.
Okay, as you go ahead and dart past the skeleton, they are going to go and take a slash towards you.
To be fair, it's depicted as a skeleton, but it's actually a plushie, right?
Sorry, yes, I should have. Yes.
So it's really going to just
a
like
plushie.
bat you with its soft hands. You know?
It doesn't hit you. God. It doesn't hit you, so you are able to dodge out of the way and run into the room towards the books.
Actually, she's gonna try to get as far as she can see around into the other part of the room, and if there's anything else in there.
Okay. So as you are, that's probably about as far as you can go, I'm going to say. Maybe one more square. But as you run and your detect magic moves with you, you see another glowing rune.
Aha!
Right here.
Nice.
You also see a third rune carved right above the bed. However, this one is not glowing. This one appears to already be inactive.
Okay.
Okay, that is your turn, Elle. Okay, unless I'm missing something, but a bonus action, I guess. Basil, Apoc, you're on deck.
Alright, Basil's just going to try and take out these two plushies in front of him. He'll, because he hasn't drawn a sword yet all this time, so he'll draw a sword and he'll say, "Skadoosh!" And then
I forgot about
you'll just see like this, all of a sudden the room just gets really cold and this frost starts to build along his sword. And anything that's 10 feet around him, so in this case the two plushies, will have their speed reduced by 10 feet.
Okay.
And then he's just going to go ahead and swing at these things. Like,
These guys aren't moving then.
yeah.
Pardon?
If their speed is reduced by half and then by 10, I don't
I'm
think they're
also just
moving.
imagining just a knight swinging at a teddy bear. Like, it's just like, but-
Super brave. Go for it.
Okay. Okay. So we got 2 attacks.
Oh, I see that one.
Yeah, one is a crit fail,
Okay.
and the other one is a 20, unnatural 20.
Yes, absolutely. So your damage for 1.
So that's the first one's going to be a 12,
Okay.
but it's also going to have 2 cold damage,
2 cold damage.
so
okay.
14 total. And then obviously the other one was a
Like,
fail.
just hang on. As you like slice through, once more sending a spray of plush into the air. It's looking real rough, the one that you hit. The other swing going very wide.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, brave Sir Basil, Slayer of
Yes.
It was just too soft.
Slayer.
Yeah.
That is your turn, Basil.
Yeah.
Okay. Apoc, you are up.
How far away are... I guess, which one did Basil hit? Is it the far one or the close one to Mrs. Q?
I'm gonna say Basil hit this one.
Which one is this? That
Oh,
one?
sorry, you can't see it.
No, I can now. I wasn't looking at my phone. I was looking at you.
This one right here.
Okay. Damn. Wanted you to say the other one. How far away is the other one from Mrs. Q's stuff?
Mrs. Q. It's 25 feet away. So,
No, from your
So it's 10 feet out of her range.
10 feet out of the range.
I should have moved over a bit.
How
Because it's a
much
15-foot range, I think.
Correct.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to attack the one next to Mrs. Q, and I'm going to attack the one that Basil didn't hit
Okay.
with my 2 attacks. Instead of augmenting them with flea damage, I'm going to command Jeremy and his troops of fleas on each attack to try and move them
Okay.
towards Mrs. Q.
Okay.
So the first
Very
one, it's a 12.
Yes, that hits.
They need to make a strength save DC 12.
Love it.
Oh, yeah. Wait. I rolled a 16 minus 4.
Oh,
They just
Wow.
okay.
make it. They just make it.
I forget which one that was targeting. I'll let you decide.
I
I probably would have shot the far one first.
You would have shot the far one first?
Yeah.
Okay, so the far one's saved.
And then the one next to Mrs. Q.
But you still do damage, right, to that far one?
Yeah, I'll get to that. I want to see if they move first.
Okay.
That's the fun thing. Another strength save. It hits. It's a 13.
Oh, yeah, I failed.
Okay, so the one next to Mrs. Q gets thrown into the Guardians.
Okay, so moved 10 feet closer.
Yeah, and then I do...
So 10 feet closer is going to move them right up to Mrs. Q.
Well, it's up to.
Okay, how much do you want to move it?
Just into the
Okay.
stuff.
You push it 1 square.
Yeah. But I do 6 points of piercing damage to... Actually, I can reroll that. Nice. 11 points of piercing damage.
Both?
No, just to the one...
To the one who got moved?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then 8 points of piercing damage to the second one.
Damage.
To the one that got moved.
Wait, 8 points to the one that got moved?
And 11 to the one next to Sir Basil.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay,
That
no,
was
that's okay.
way more confusing than
So
it needed to be.
which one got moved? Did we move it yet?
So
Yeah.
this one here got moved, and I moved it.
Oh yes. Okay.
Yeah. But they're both still standing.
They're both still standing. They've got arrows sticking through
Yeah.
them now.
They're
It's about to take some...
They're
Because now that
strong
it's entered
teddy
my
bears.
circle, it's going to take some damage.
Yes.
Yeah.
So at the start of their turn, this one at least could one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this one and this one are out of your range, Mrs. Q, but this one is in. So at the start of its turn, it makes a Dex.
Hang on, let me confirm that. It is
Wisdom.
wisdom.
No. No, it is. No, it did not.
1, 2,
3.
3d8.
Dang.
That is 9 radiant damage.
Radiant damage. Okay.
Yeah.
It got its cackle back.
Yeep.
So
Yeep.
it is still standing. It's looking
What?
bad. It is still standing as it is within your range. Its head tilts to one side, jaw opens once more to a piercing cackle that pierces into you. Wisdom save.
What's it sound like?
Okay. Nope. I'm doing it again. Ha 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 ha.
Wisdom?
Wisdom.
19.
Nice.
Good roll.
As it tries to pierce into you. Yeah, as it tries to pierce into you, you shake it off. This is the second time you've heard it. The first time you've almost been affected, but you are okay. And that is its turn.
Oh, was that supposed to be a disadvantage because of exhaustion? Or is it just...
Nope.
No, okay.
You're good.
Phew.
The two next to you, Basil,
Yeah.
you see the same thing. This one super, super adorable little servant, very reminiscent of Emrys almost, with tiny little horns starting to come on. No, stop! Unhinges its jaw and starts to cackle.
Okay.
I need a wisdom saving throw from you as well.
This could go badly very quick.
Nah, you're fine.
-1. Yikes. Okay.
Elle's just exploring the room. She's not even...
That's a 5.
Oh,
That's a 5.
sorry. That's crummy.
As you,
Wait, I bardic inspiration, right?
you can add a D8
Okay.
to that.
Let's
Do
do
it.
that.
Do it.
Sorry, I stole it.
So that's a 9.
A 9. Still not enough.
No!
Nope.
As this cackle pierces into your mind now, your sword being held poised suddenly goes slack as you are incapacitated for 1 minute.
Okay.
And you start laughing
Oh,
along with the doll.
what does Basil's laugh sound like?
I just imagine that you just imagine Basil in a shredded bed, rolling and laughing with teddy bears.
The other doll is gonna go ahead and try and hit you with its plushy arm. Incapacitated.
I'm curious to know what kind
Just
of
can't
damage
take actions
they
or
do.
reactions, so it's not anything else.
I'm curious what kind of damage they do.
When it hits you, it makes a squeaky noise.
This one does because it missed, so
Okay,
it
yeah.
daps you, and that's about it.
Aw.
And that is going to be their turn, but one thing, Mrs. Q, particularly that you noticed, that at the top of their turn, even though they took some damage from you, and Elle, particularly you see the sigil, the one active sigil flare, and some of the stuffing seems to step back into the bodies.
Uh-oh.
Even the ones that are out, or just...
Nope, just the ones that are still kicking.
Okay.
That is their turn. Aurora, Mrs. Q on deck. And so I need a wisdom save from my meter.
Oh, 17.
17,
Hey.
yeah.
Nice.
As you finally shake yourself out of the laughter. So, yeah, at the top of your turn, you do that. You get your turn back.
Oh, lovely. What's been going? Oh no.
You see Basil laughing on the
Rolling
bed.
around.
And there's the 3 left, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Can I run past? Like, let's see. Am I able to make it to the bed?
Sorry, it's really hard to tell here.
Is it 5 foot squares?
Yes.
Oh, then probably not.
Gosh, it's a massive
You
room.
almost get to the bed.
It is.
Massive beds.
It
Place is
You
massive.
can make it like
Beds
here.
are like 30 feet across.
Oh,
It's okay. It's okay.
Homemade maps, guys. Theater of the mind. Just pretend.
no. Alright. Oh, okay. I think I'm gonna just run to the closest one then.
Okay.
Sorry, Mrs. Q. I know you're waiting for it to pop off.
Nope, it's fine.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna delay my turn until after Mrs. Q goes.
Okay. Okay. Do you want to move at all? Or
Delay my whole turn.
Oh, delay the whole turn. Sorry. Okay, I will remember. Mrs. Q is next.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mrs. Q will start by the one in front you said was looking rough, but it's not looking so rough anymore.
They did seem to stitch themselves back together a little bit, so they're still looking like they took some hits. The only one that doesn't look super bad is actually this guy right here. The other guys have taken some hits.
Okay.
Another one.
Hmm?
Got another one.
Yeah, they're rough. The limoncello isn't working.
No.
Using limoncello
We are.
capsule.
We're using limoncello to capture
That's
them.
amazing.
Wow. Mrs. Q, is this thing still cackling at me?
It cackled, and seeing that it didn't get you, has stopped cackling.
That's nice. She whoops it with her frying pan.
Perfect. Make an attack roll.
Oh no.
It's a 6.
That's 6 plus 4. 10.
10?
Yeah.
Okay.
That hit?
As you... Oh, 10 to hit?
Yeah.
Just miss.
Ah, bugger. Okay, that's all right. Mrs. Q's. I mean, she still bonks it. It just doesn't.
It
Doesn't
goes,
really like. Yeah.
And that's about it.
Mrs. Q, seeing like where she's positioned, wants to try and position herself such that the one that's in front of her remains in her 15-foot circle, but the one that's on the bed, like closer to the corner of the bed, is also in her 15-foot circle.
It's right there.
Yeah.
You'd have to move like 2 squares. One
Okay.
square.
Yeah, Mrs. Q does that.
Okay.
So she's sort of like, you can see her like backing up a little bit, like looking around, trying, and then going, okay, I'm gonna stand here.
The little fairy's still spinning
Yeah.
around.
Which means,
Perfect.
yeah, the other guy has now entered my space, my fairy space.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's at the top of their turn, I would think?
It says, oh, where is it? Hang on, that's not it. Sorry. Wrong one. When the creature enters the area for the first time or on a turn,
On a turn. So
on
if
a
they
turn
walk
or
into
starts
the-
it there. Yes. Okay.
Okay. Okay. All right. So next turn, he is caught. It is caught within your circle. Okay. Delayed your turn.
I'm gonna run up to the nearest one and try and bite its head off.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Make an attack.
I like it.
So I run in. You just kind of see me and just like grab the I'm assuming it's a smaller of the dolls,
It's yeah.
and I just go
Oh my
like
god.
full head. I want to bite down at the neck so I get the whole.
Jeez, okay.
What kind of animal is the plushie that you attack?
It's a hedge.
No!
Oh, he bit the hedge?
You bit.
They
It's
bumped
got
the hedge?
Cute little ears.
Mrs. Q just looks like morbidly like.
Yeah.
It's an attack roll. Oh, come on.
Oh.
I think that's an 11.
That hits.
Okay. So 6, 10, 16,
Jesus.
18 points
Hey.
of necrotic damage.
Oh my god.
What is in your teeth?
And I heal 9.
And you rip it free as you like rip and stuffing comes out.
I went out for the cannon. You just see.
Ew!
Mrs. Q's face is just.
Steph, for your knowledge, Aurora consumed, as in swallowed, the head of this plushie.
Apoc looks.
Oh yeah, I got that.
Okay.
Apoc looks very confused.
And you see me just get a little bit more invigorated as I heal from that strike.
I love that. That's awesome. Okay. Elle, you are up.
All right.
Let's look at the books.
I'd like you to, at the top of your turn, make another Arcana check for me. You had one success with
Me?
your first one, so make another one.
What am I rolling for and what?
Arcana. As you are within the realm or the range of the second sigil and the third one that you see.
Okay. That's 18 plus stuff.
Okay. That's enough.
22.
That's
22!
Yeah, that's. You needed a couple of successes to get a good idea of what's going on here. Easily enough to spell magic, will take care of the sigils itself. But as you look at the composition of this second one, it's almost like something kind of clicks. Like all of those lessons from Master Wayra, looking at books and memorizing, revising, revising. And you, for some reason, for something that just kind of clicks in your mind, you know exactly what to do to deactivate this sigil. The exact mark to make to strike it out. Physically strike it out, if you wanted to. You get the sense that if you're able to alter the composition of the sigil, you can deactivate it.
I was just like, nah. Don't feel like it.
So I was gonna kind of like look over his shoulder and see what you yahoos are doing, and then walk over to the sigil and pull out her pack of crayons and start changing the sigil. Would she have enough knowledge of how to change it without making it into something else?
Without making it into something else?
Yeah, like when you add another line to something, maybe it means something different now. Would she know how to make it like neutralize it and not suddenly like set us all on fire?
Or the
Yes.
plushies gain like razor sharp claws.
Yeah.
Yeah, like an 18 roll plus your Arcana plus your previous success plus your Detect Magic. Yes, you know how to deactivate this.
Then yes, Elle's gonna walk over with her crayons and start deactivating.
Mm-hmm. And as you
She's
go,
gonna defuse the bomb.
essentially that's what it is. You're almost about to make a mark before you change your mind and strike it out. As you make that mark over, you see the sigil flare before going dull once more. Your crayon scribbles over it. And as you do, Apoc, Mrs. Q, and Aurora, who are watching. Basil is incapacitated, so not aware of his surroundings. You
Still
see the
giggling.
cackling, and the one that had tried to bat Basil fall limp once
Nice.
more as Elle deactivates the sigil.
Oh. Is that all of them?
And that is all of them.
Cool.
I run over and bite that one's head off.
Well done, Elle.
We can take a break there for everyone to stand up. Oh, sorry, Steph.
Oh, Elle just wants to go over and get the Vulpin doll before Aurora eats it.
Oh, jeez.
At some point, she doesn't have to do that right away, but she's taking that doll with her.
Okay. Aurora, are you biting the heads off of all of these
No.
dolls? Okay.
I quickly realize that there's no life left in it, and
Got
then I stop at 1.
I'm going to say easy enough. But let's take a quick break to stand up, stretch out, and we'll come back. Because it is 9 o'clock, we'll come back quicker to keep going. All right, so you have dispatched the dolls in this room. Elle being able to take the Vulpin doll. It's this cute little, pointed nose Vulpin. Yeah, very chibi-esque, we'll say.
Oh.
Little rotund. She's got like a cute little dress on kind of thing. And then was she damaged? I don't think she was damaged. Can't remember.
No, she got hit with vicious mockery, so she's got low self-esteem now.
Yeah, so you see like the one tear, there's like a tear stain on the fur, where the vicious mockery made her cry a little bit.
It's the evanescence of...
The head is always drooping like this.
Yeah,
never
just
like,
to the side.
Yeah.
But you have destroyed the sigils and dispatched the dolls in this room. What would you like to do? Go.
If it's
I was thinking bring me to life.
Yeah. Very different vibes.
Aurora, what's up?
I think Apoc's the closest to me, so I'm gonna bite him.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Kinky.
At you, Lau.
15.
Is that hit your AC?
I think so. No, 16.
No? Okay, you're good. I was just like,
I feel like Apoc might be like off put by it, like very confused.
Off-put?
Not off. Well, I
Put
mean
off.
a little bit put off. Off put.
It's off-putting, but you are put off.
Fine. Can I help you?
Oh, sorry. I just kind of got lost in the moment. This...
Can't control myself when I'm around you.
Sorry, I didn't hurt you, did I?
No.
Okay, thank God. Thank the gods. Sorry.
You just see the pale skin and pale fur of Apoc just kind of go a little bit red.
Yeah, just... I think it's some of the magic from the book. Whenever I use that spell, I kind of start to lose control of who I'm targeting.
Huh.
So,
Okay.
yeah, if ever I get into that frenzy again, just stay clear a bit.
I mean, it might be better if I stay close, right? Like, if you bite any of them, I think you could actually hurt them.
Good luck trying to bite me. I'm covered in quills.
Yeah. Did you not see?
I'll do better to stand away from you guys if it happens again.
Apoc just grabs her arm and just like, ow. Just bites a little bit.
I do the whole like just complete shock, just like what? I don't know what to do. Should I pull away? I don't know.
Now we're even.
But I didn't bite you.
What? Yeah, you did.
I tried.
Yeah.
Your armor was just too tough.
Did you get hurt?
A little bit. Oh look, a chest.
Elle is gonna point out the sigil over the bed, but also make a mental note to talk to Mrs. Q about what she just witnessed happen.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Because she's getting more confused.
Aren't we all? Okay.
Is someone gonna look in the chest?
What do you say, Elle, about the sigil?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, there's one for sigil.
Mrs.
I'm
Q
not sure what
comes
this
over.
one does. But it's not glowing. Maybe it has something to do with the bed.
Can Mrs. Q like...
Look at that smile. She knows what she did. Sorry, go ahead.
Mrs. Q like waddles over to where Elle is and looks at the thing that she's pointing at. She's like, oh, does she recognize it? Is it like a known rune?
now that the room has calmed down a little bit, like you can recognize that the 3 sigils, now that you see them and Elle's pointing them out, are the same. You don't.
Okay.
Magic can be activated in different ways. And you don't recognize what this sigil is, but everyone's got kind of their own spin or interpretation. It's kind of like a language.
Got it.
But this one is the same as the one above the door, and the same as the one on the same wall as the door, but closer to the chest, that Elle deactivated.
Huh. Looks like maybe someone had already partially deactivated the runes, because this one was you didn't do this one, right?
No, I didn't touch that one.
Okay. Well, good job though. Gosh, that saved us a lot of headache.
It's what I could do. I wonder if they were something like a protection, because those dolls didn't seem to want us in here.
Well, it looks like we're safe for now. Maybe we can have a little poke around.
Excuse me.
It's the fly. Mrs. Q wants to investigate that side of the room that Elle is on. Where am I? Let me move myself.
What are you going to investigate?
I want to take a look around. I want to look under the bed. I want to
Okay.
look on the bed, the bookshelf. Check under the pillows.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check, a general investigation check.
Okay, this is going to be at
Disadvantage.
It's probably going to suck.
You got this.
Nope.
Guys.
6. Oh, for real?
You can roll a d4 on top of that.
On top of my 6.
You never know.
1. 7.
Yeah.
You feel like you've done a pretty thorough search of this place. I mean, you don't notice much outside of what you've noticed before. Like everything is very neat. Beds are made. Pillows are in place. The only thing that is now out of place is the fact that there is plush and fluff and dolls with missing heads just kind of around.
Build a bear mask.
It's a Build-A-Bear massacre. Yeah, exactly. But with
The
a 7, you don't
Build-A-Bear
notice anything really above that.
Yo, guys, do we want to open this chest?
Yeah.
Elle?
Well, the last 2 attacked us, so maybe if we do open it, no one should stand in front of it.
Excellent idea. Mrs. Q
Stands to the
pushes us
side.
both to the side.
Alright, well, I guess it's
Or
Hey,
you
guys!
stand like that.
Watch out!
is it my turn to open a chest?
Sure.
Alright, I'm gonna go walk up and try and open it.
I like how I just put chests in rooms and you guys open all of them. Okay, you go to open all of it, or you go to open the
We're
chest.
gonna get out of the way. I'm gonna, while Aurora's walking up to the chest, I'm gonna stand on the bed to the side.
Okay.
Okay. So as you walk up to the chest, Aurora, you're just gonna go ahead and open it?
Yeah.
Okay. You go ahead and try to open it, and this one is locked.
Mm.
And I bump it and I cast knock.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So as you cast knock, you hear the lock click opened, and the top lid, good God. The lid of the chest opens up. Dexterity saving throw, please.
I think let's see. 18.
Nice.
So cool seeing it spin.
18. You are able to successfully dodge out of the way, being a bit more prepared this
It's
time.
like Trinity in the Matrix.
As you see, not a dart, but this time like a straight up crossbow bolt
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
shoot out of the chest and stick into the ceiling. Exactly.
Damn.
Ah! Well, it was trapped, guys, but what's in it?
No, you go ahead and like open up the chest and kind of peek in. You see kind of like a trunk almost. So you see like
Like a
some
silver
neat
pen.
stacks of clothing. Everything in this room is very neat, very regimented. Some clothing, just some loose tunics, very like unisex style clothes.
Would I be able to determine how high end? Like, is there like good quality stuff, or is it all like?
Very much
Those
so. Stuff that you would wear, your family would wear,
Ooh.
kind of thing. And you are still in a toga, don't forget.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, I'm gonna like scoop some of this up.
Okay. You can get there's like 4 different sets of outfits, matching sets of outfits,
Okay.
but like pants and shirts that you can flip up.
So I'm gonna check like different. Is there a mirror in this room?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
There's a mirror on this wall, right here.
Al, Mrs. Q, I'm gonna try out a couple outfits. You let me know which one you think looks the best,
You bet, girl.
and I'll just quickly montage through
Are you
whatever.
just stripping down in front of all
No,
of us?
I'm gonna go into a different room and
Okay.
change. I've got some modesty, my boy.
I'm just standing on this bed.
She's gonna go off alone into a different room in a murder house.
Yes.
And to change.
We can always do what you do at the beach.
Put the little.
You already Mrs. Q would do that for you.
Okay, so I'll change into like an outfit that looks at least somewhat passable.
What was the first thing we heard in here? TikTok. Time is of the essence.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
But then we did the thing, and then they're like, what did they say? That they're not ready yet? Was it?
Yeah, they said
Oh,
that
yeah, that's right.
weren't ready yet.
So I think we're just
Yeah.
bumming around until we can figure out how to get out while looting their house. Stealing their
What does it
clothes.
look like? You can describe it, or you can think on it, but it's up to you.
I think they'll be it's like higher end designer clothes.
Yep.
I think it'll be definitely like fashion runway kind of.
Ooh.
Couture.
It's a little too haute couture because why not?
But it's not like trash bag haute couture.
No, it doesn't fit my form well enough, but it looks still pretty good because of how well it's tailored. I think it's going to be a long chemise with like that almost is like doubles as a short skirt.
Nice.
And then I will wrap like a series of belts to bring up the waist to more like an empire waist.
Yep. Nice.
All right
And
then.
then,
That actually sounds really cute.
so
Can I donate the inspiration I got for catching a flea or whatever the fuck that was to actually reward something good in this campaign,
Sure.
which is the use of empire when describing a woman's outfit.
empire waist.
Do you not know what an empire waist
An
is?
empire waist is a thing.
Yeah.
No, I agree it's a thing. I don't know what
I
it is,
had no idea what it was. So.
but I applaud the use of empire.
It's a waist. It's a
Yeah.
waist that's like up above
Yeah.
your natural
It-
waistline.
Yeah.
Imagine,
So-
imagine like Regency England.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think
Which is where
Angelica
Empire
from
was.
Hamilton.
I mean, imagine
Yeah,
that,
it's-
and I
it-
just think of the crown.
like-
Think Angelica from Hamilton.
Okay.
It like creates
Where the skirt like starts here or something like that.
But yes, please
Hiya.
take that inspiration
creates
that
like
I got
a
earlier.
like a faux corset kind of deal,
I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah.
and
All right.
more than just a pretty face.
Like up closer to like above your belly button.
Cool.
Anyway,
Can Sir Basil
and it's gonna be haltered
See-
top.
very nice. You look great.
seeing as Sir Basil got trapped again in some silly spell, he's gonna be really frustrated. Can he just like wreck the beds?
Oh.
Just ruin the beds.
Yes, I'll say that just for flavor, it took like a round or two for the spell to fade off. You were just laughing for a little bit,
Somebody just like sits up and
but now he's finally sitting up.
just like throws the pillows and like
How's Basil doing right now?
emotionally
Yes.
frustrated and like fed up with this place and feeling like if I see that Zogma person again, I'm gonna give it to him.
I like it. But yes, easy enough to toss this very neat, pristine room. Toss the beds, toss the belongings, anything like that.
I can imagine Mrs. Q was like lifting the pillow, putting it back nicely. So as it comes open, just like whips it against the wall. Yeah.
Mrs. Q chooses not to scold you for making a mess because we've already made such a mess.
Yeah.
It seems token gesture. She's like,
Okay.
Can I look at the books
Yeah.
while this outfit montage is going on?
Yes.
I'm imagining the music playing in the background during the
Yeah.
montage, and I'm digging it.
In the background, you see pillows
But, like,
flying.
Yeah.
There's
But, like,
just a lot.
the outfit I landed on was definitely like the fourth or fifth one.
Yeah, so like Elle and I are sitting on the corner of the bed. You walk out, we're like,
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm-
Investigation.
Whatever is interesting, I guess, to a boar from a small town.
Mm-hmm. Go for it. Everything is interesting.
Investigation. That's a 16.
It's a small town boar.
That's exactly what I was laughing at.
I'd like to give the inspiration I got.
Whoever takes it is like, oh, you do you. Whatever you want to do with it. What was it?
16.
16. As you go ahead and look at the books, you notice for the most part that they appear almost like there are some novels, novellas. This is more older, like past the young adult stage, like into the...
Adult.
I can't remember what it was. No, Steph said the right thing last time. But yeah, into this more like... It's almost a small section of fiction. Adventure.
NA, near adult fiction.
Oh, okay, no, that's not what I'm thinking. It's a small section of fiction, but very, I want to say like a sci-fi kind of vibe that you're getting from it. And the majority of the books are almost, I don't want to say textbooks, but like instruction manuals, like how-tos, textbook adjacent kind of nonfiction.
how-tos.
You see, I'm going to call them textbooks. You see textbooks on like the different schools of magic. You see textbooks on healing. You see textbooks on evocation. You also see like different textbooks on strength, for example, like how to be strong, essentially. I want to call them like the 80s workout videos.
Yeah,
but in
like
book form.
Richard Simmons.
Yeah. There's almost like two levels to this bookshelf, if that makes sense. One with these more cerebral and one with more physical ideologies, is what I'm going to call them.
Okay. Would I be able to find one that was like, I don't know if how to be strong is appropriate, but like basically like a be a better version of you kind of book.
How to make friends and influence people.
Atomic Habits.
Yeah. Atomic Habits.
What do we anything like that? I'm gonna say you don't get something
Yeah.
self-help related. It's more just you almost see a progression.
Okay.
Like a Magic 101 that progresses into advanced advanced evocation. If that
Okay.
makes sense.
Okay.
Or, like the like how to be strong that advances into like anatomy or battle tactics kind of thing.
Okay.
You get kind of that vibe, so not a book that's how to be the better you, but almost like there's been a progression.
All right. So
or
one of
whoever's book these are.
one of those advanced like battle tactics, I guess, for what you described. Could I grab one of those?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, easy enough. And it's very much I haven't read these books, so I don't know how to explain it, but very much like a strategy.
Art of War.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sure. Very much like a strategy book, like tactical, flank to get advantage kind of situations sort of thing.
Apoc's just gonna lean against the bookshelf and start flipping through pages.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was just reading.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly that.
Okay. Elle, was there anything specific you wanted to do I think you're the only one that hasn't done anything
no joke.
specific yet.
Sorry.
Sublime!
Other than kind of watching what everyone's doing, she's not worried about the sigils anymore. Her detect magic would it have stopped by now? Like, we've been in here?
Yes, I'm saying that this is, you're taking at least 30 minutes here to go through 5 outfits, reading the books, it's been a bit.
No, I think she's just gonna kind of side by Apoc's choice of book, kind of take in the outfits and, kind of see how frustrated Basil is. She's not gonna touch that right now.
Okay.
Kind of watch everybody.
Cool.
Just gonna leave that.
Okay. So as this time has elapsed, Apoc getting the book, Aurora getting a new outfit, all of you kind of taking a beat. What is the plan? Where you want to go to next?
If I recall, were we not planning to try and get to the roof? To try and see if we could escape through the roof or something? Or was that... Did I dream that we discussed that?
I don't recall that. You tried to leave through the door, was
Yeah.
able to make it through whatever was blocking the door,
Uh-huh.
but Elle realized the door was locked.
Yeah.
And then at that point, you just started moving through the house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it was not something I said
I think
out loud.
the only direction that we really had was up.
Mm-hmm.
I think there might have been another pathway on the main floor, but
So as a reminder as well, because there's a lot going on here.
On the main
so-
floor, there was something going down to like a cellar, right?
yeah.
So in this area, this hallway here, I forgot the stairs. I'm sorry about that.
No,
but
it's
down
okay.
here, if you can all see my little
Mhm.
blue, this has a stairway leading down.
Gotcha.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mrs.
Did
Q
we-
says.
Mm-hmm.
If
Did we hear any sound from up? I have a recollection of hearing something from up the stairs.
So Apoc had made a perception check, but I believe
It was just up to this floor.
It was on the main floor
Yeah.
up to this floor.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It was a good check. I think you heard, or at least you thought you heard, whether you knew it to be true or not, something
Yeah.
on this floor, but you haven't seen anything.
Wait. Since we're here and there's one more door, do we want to at least check it before we get too far away?
There's a couple doors.
There are 2 more doors. So there's one across the
one that's
hall
across-
and one at the end of the
hall.
hall. And then a staircase on the hall over here.
gosh.
I just open both and look in. I mean, nothing's happened until we got in, right?
I guess so. Same rules apply. Don't step in until we've had a chance to look.
It's your choice.
Yeah, what's the group want to do? Keep looking?
Yeah.
Mrs. Q, you've been our guiding wind. What do you think?
Guiding wind. Goodness. Well, we might as well be doing something. And you never know what will come across. So, as long as everyone sticks together and doesn't do anything crazy, and maybe, takes a breath and doesn't get too upset, then I guess we can look at the other door.
Who are you talking to?
Yeah.
The alternative would be that we sit and wait in the hallway until something happens, or we try to take more seriously getting out of here without our guest's intervention. Yeah. I had initially thought, if we go to the basement, I could burrow us out, but we're in a tree, so that's not going to work.
You can burrow?
I can burrow. I'm a hedgehog.
Yeah, I'm a boar.
Boars don't live in the ground. Hedgehogs live in the ground.
You live in the ground?
Yeah, in burrows. We dig holes.
Yeah, but that's like a house in the dirt.
Yeah.
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 Basically, it's like, what were you saying?
Well, this intellectual conversation is happening. I was going to wander up.
the 1 a.m. conversation with a drunk friend.
Or what do we say? Are we gonna do this?
Exciting. I don't see you as a boar.
Are we gonna open up?
Sorry, Basil.
Mrs. Q is getting tired and her like level of decorum is decreasing with that, and so you hear like an audible snicker, where she has otherwise stayed well out of this. She's just like noise.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
all right.
do you want to go into the next room, guys?
The nice and
Do we?
yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. You did the last one, so maybe you shouldn't do this one. You open the last door. Mrs. Q turns the handle.
Which one, the left one or the top one?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, choose.
Seems like
There's two.
everyone's. Yeah. so
We
it's
all
either
seem to
here or
have gathered around that door, so we'll do the one that
this one here.
Yes.
Okay.
Mrs.
Keep
Q
going.
goes to see if the doorknob turns.
Yeah. So you go and reach out.
Cool.
The doorknob turns.
Swing it in.
You swing at it.
Yeah.
It's a pull.
Yeah, it's full.
Oh, it actually is the door.
That's just to show.
Skating of exhaustion.
She's like, guys, it's locked. It's locked.
All right.
Okay.
So as you open the door here, and it swings open into the room, this one appears as you open the door. There's almost like a chill that comes over you, but nothing like the dining room.
Okay.
And as your eyes adjust to the darkness that's inside this room, you kind of get an understanding as to why. As this room appears tossed. There are 2 beds that have been like moved in odd positions. The duvet, the pillows are kind of thrown onto the floor, a chest that's been open and turned onto its side, and a bookshelf with scattered books across the floor. Nothing nearly as pristine as the room that you just left.
It looks like someone may have been looking for something in this room. It's a mess. I look up and around to see if there's any runes on the walls that might or might not be glowing.
Go ahead and make me an... Are you just standing at the entrance?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Just stop being the one to do this. I'm the only exhausted one. 8. Yeah, 8.
8?
Yeah.
It is a little... The room is dark. It's a little tough to see as you look around. With an 8, I'm going to say you don't see any runes or sigils in this room, as best as you can tell with your exhausted state in the dark. But it does stand out to you that this doesn't appear to be like the other rooms you've entered. It doesn't appear to be set, or is it supposed to be this way? You kind of get that vibe from this room as you peek in, look around.
Is there a fireplace?
There is no fireplace in this room. There is no fireplace in these bedrooms.
Okay. Is there any candles in there that I could light if it's that dark?
In this particular room, with an 8, I mean, you kind of look side to side. You know that in the room you left, there were no sconces. It was lights that were already hanging for you.
Mm-hmm.
Same kind of thing in this bedroom. It doesn't appear to be like there's anything. If there is a candle, it might be on the ground somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
With
Okay.
an 8, you don't quite see it.
Okay. I'm not quite sure what to make of this room, everyone. It's messy, and I can't really see, and I'm very tired.
Somebody's been in there?
Either that or it's a teenager's room.
Yeah.
This is what they look like all the time.
Can I go look?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I walk in. Can I look for traces of another person?
Go ahead and make an investigation check as you are taking the time to look through now.
Can Elle move in and take a look at these books?
21.
21.
Nice.
Yes, you absolutely can, Elle. If you're going to go and take a look at the books, go ahead and make an investigation check as well. 21. As you're looking for, it was traces of another person.
Like somebody who might have been here before, tossing it, looking for something, as it's described.
As you are kind of looking around, with the 21, it's... Oh, this is going to fall. You're looking to see if somebody's been looking for something here. And as you're looking, you kind of get this intuition where it's like, don't think they were looking for anything. And you have almost a bit of a quick flashback to seeing Basil tear apart the beds in the other room in rage and frustration. And as you kind of look, you see that's a little more along the lines of what's going on here. That's what it feels like. That's the vibe you get.
Somebody wasn't happy to be here.
Does it, she says to Apoc, does it look like they focused their rage on a particular area?
This room itself is quite small. It's basically all kind of trashed. It doesn't really look like it.
This room was the particular area.
With the 21,
Yeah.
you see a sigil on top of the door. Not glowing. And
There's another one.
Is it the same one? Same.
I'm going to keep rolling your investigation here because it's all the same. We'll get to you in a hot second though. It doesn't look like the same sigil as in the other room.
Okay.
But this one is not glowing. It looks like it's chalk.
Here, Mrs. Q, drink some coffee and then there it is.
I'm not sure that's gonna do it.
It'll help. Elle, can you get rid of that?
I'm looking at books right now. One sec.
No, this is important.
I'm looking at books, Apoc. Books
You-
are important too.
You got rid of the sigil in the last room.
What was your investigation check, Elle?
13. She's just trying to gauge, like the reading tastes of the person who had these books.
As you kind of look at the books, like there's not a lot of books here. It's not like full, nice bookshelves like the other rooms were. This one is a little more sparse. It's almost like, I don't know how to describe it, like an end table that just has a slot for books, if that makes sense. And then whatever was on this shelf might have been knickknacks or
Paddywhacks.
action figure, like something like that, if that gives you vibe. The books that you do see on the ground as you pick them up and try and go through that, they are like old, like leather bound, no title, and the best you can gather it's like some sort of journal.
Ooh.
But as you flip through it, the pages that are left are blank. And you see where pages have been ripped out.
Excuse me.
Mrs. Q wanted to do something, I think.
Mrs. Q wanders over to, just because she has an idea of that explanation, over to Elle and sort of like looks at what she's looking at. If you had the journal in your hand and it's like obvious that things have been ripped out.
Like you see the jagged edge of pages kind of thing.
So usually when one writes in a book, the page afterwards gets like imprinted with it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, Elle, maybe use your crayon and like color in the first page after the pages that have been ripped out to see if you can read any words.
Grabs a crayon, and Ella's would have done like the birch bark kind of rubbings as we all probably did in public school, and that's what she's gonna kind of take across the page.
Very cool. That's a great idea.
Super smart. Spy 101.
Mrs. Q, you know?
In doing that too, can Elle kind of skim and read the page before all the ripped out pages just to get a sense of what was in this book?
So, I didn't do a great job of describing it, but like you open the book and it's almost like the first half has been ripped clear to leave the half of the book, the latter half, with
Blank
pages. Thank you. So there is no writing here. It's all gone.
Okay.
But as you take your crayon and birch bark rub, whatever. As you take your crayon and look for etchings, you see just 2 lines of text come through at the top. Not a lot, just 2 lines before it was ripped out of this book. And you see, I've got a plan now, and she can help. That's
I've
all
got
you
a
get.
plan now.
And she can help. That's
Oh, boy.
all that's on this page.
No date?
Nothing.
Interesting.
Dear diary.
In the event that the front half of this book
Today sucked.
Elle's gonna rip that page out and toss the empty one, but keep that with her.
Okay.
And I'm assuming Mrs. Q would have seen this because they're in cahoots right now.
We are cahooting.
Yes, you are.
We are cahooting, yeah.
Aurora, Basil, anything in this room?
I think in like the TV adaptation of this campaign, you would just see Aurora in the hallway voguing. That's about it.
Perfect. Make a performance check.
Finally, I got there. Oh,
And then you'd be rolling performance at a death house.
18, and then I get 18, and I get a D4 to my performance checks.
Oh,
I'll take it. 21.
21.
Nice.
He's voguing hard.
It's so good that although Basil might not be feeling it right now, you cannot help but out of the corner of your eye just admire this performance.
I imagine Sir Basil's kind of like on the edge of the room, maybe around there, and just like looking at her and like, huh, and then like knocking over a book, you know.
Your book now.
Still messing up the room, but just like looking over like.
Perfect. I love it.
Can you remind me what it said again so I can write it down?
Oh, good God, I made that up.
Sorry.
I've got a plan now.
I've got a plan
I've got a
now,
plan
and
now.
she can help.
And she can
Okay.
help.
Thank you.
Should we go and just open the last room?
You don't want to open the chest in this room?
So the chest is open and
Yeah,
turned
it was knocked
upside
over.
down.
Oh, it was?
Yeah,
Alrighty.
yeah.
Alright.
Seeing Sir Basil seeing the state of the room, which kind of like not his head, being like,
What?
I could have gotten another.
it's wrecked good. And then we'll go over to the last door and being like, let's be done with this place. And he kicks open the door.
Kicking again.
To the last place? Or to the last room?
Yeah. He won't like run in, but he'll just kick it
The
open.
zombies flood out.
It's
a pole.
door becomes a mimic. No.
Yeah.
Soon. No, okay, as you... Where's my shirt? Puts the hood up and hides.
Yeah.
As you kick open this door.
You guys, so cool.
That's how D&D was played in the 70s.
We're not in our mom's basement.
Yeah.
You know, we're in our adult house as adults.
Yeah.
Fun fact, like back in the day, the DM would not be visible, so you'd be like behind a full screen.
Oh,
So you just hear a
You are
voice.
part of it.
No,
A disembodied
that'd be
voice.
So
I'd be
sad.
so sad.
I couldn't see anything.
Alright,
He does raise it.
as you kick
You're
open
not
this
here.
door. As you kick open this door, the doors swing inwards and kind of slam up against the walls, making a loud kind of noise echoing into this room. This room is large. There is a 4-post bed right across the room from you, a chest at its foot. You see bookshelves lining the walls to your right. And you see a small kind of writing table to your left, very ornate, carved out of the wood itself.
Okay.
You see a stone fireplace on the far left side of the wall. And you gather that this is the master bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
of the place.
Windows.
Hold on, I'm opening up the map.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Ooh.
Oh,
You see glass, broken glass,
Oh.
shattered across the ground. Almost like every inch kind of covered in broken glass.
Would we see? Oh, the glass clearly came from like something. Like,
As you kind of look around, like you don't see any. There is like a mantle, there's the table, there's shelves, there's furniture around, but it's hard to tell if this was like an art piece shattered kind of thing, as it's just kind of like even in the middle of the room by the bed where there wouldn't be any glass. What you do see as you look in with one singular dim orb of light kind of just hovering right above the door, one of those orbs that you are now kind of used to in this house. You notice that this room is almost, I don't know the right word for it, dichotomous. One half of the bed seems to be pristine, made up, throw pillows. The other half is ripped, torn, the canopy scratched through. You see on the where's my little pointer? You see on the side that has the bookshelves.
yeah.
You see a tall-backed, like comfy leather chair, not leather, but like cushioned chair is the word I'm looking for. Like a nice cozy armchair that one would curl up with a blanket. There's a blanket kind of thrown over the side. You see the books that appear to be absolutely pristine on the side wall. And you see on a nightstand on the side of the bed, this part of the bed that's made up, you see what looks to be a cup of tea, steam still coming from it. The other half of the room, so this half of the room here, the bed torn, the table, you see like a knife slammed into the table, chairs kind of toppled everywhere, the fireplace unlit, the rug under the bed, you see like stains, scratch marks coming through. I noticed that there's a shovel there. Please ignore the shovel that's not supposed to be there. But no matter what side of the room, the glass on the floor is everywhere. Above the fireplace, you see a painting.
Okay.
It looks to be, well, make a perception check for me, by the way, if you aren't entering the room yet.
I think my perception's really bad. Yeah, it's mine. 18.
Nice.
On top of the fireplace, you see a painting that looks to be almost like a lighter kind of wispy background, like a taupe, like a beige,
Okay.
with bubbles that have been painted into it. And it's a bit of a distance even with that high of a roll, but you can see almost that the bubbles are slightly different colors, like the contents of the bubbles are slightly different.
They're three-dimensional.
Doesn't look three-dimensional from this angle. I mean, you're across the room
Yeah.
in a dimly lit room, but it looks to just be a painting.
Cool.
Okay. Looking in the room, seeing as like the previous two rooms had the whole rune symbols on the wall. Looking around from where I am from the entrance, do I see runes on the wall?
And I need an investigation check if you're looking specifically for runes.
Okay.
You can do it. Guidance.
And just jump in. Yeah, so guidance, so plus a d4. Jump in anybody who wants to do anything here.
Yes, that's a 10.
A 10?
Mm-hmm.
Knowing that there is something that you're trying to look for in a dimly lit space that's a little bit harder. You're trying to look, you don't notice anything.
Okay. So I should assume that there's glass everywhere, right? Not just where it's depicted.
So it's glass everywhere, as in you can step into the room without stepping on glass, but you'd have to be careful. It's not like the floor is covered in a layer of glass.
Gotcha.
It's just it's a
Does
lot.
the glass look like I can make out the shape of whatever it was that broke and it's like all together?
You can
Or
see,
is
like,
it just
pieces
like-
of like a bottle or?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Yeah.
Go with this guy. 11.
11. In the dim light of this room, as you're trying to look, there is so much close together. You notice that there's different colors of glass. Like there's some green, some blue, some clear. But as to what it was, there's not a
Okay.
perfect break.
I would imagine Sir Basil, based on what he saw, he doesn't think that there's any runes anywhere, so he'd probably walk into the room.
Apoc's with you.
And
As you're walking in, he's walking in too.
because Gerbins can do like long jumps, he'll probably like leap over the glass. He'll probably leap onto the bed.
Try and leap onto the bed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Elle is gonna come into the room as well, but she's gonna just be using Gust ahead of her to kind of move past and kind of put the glass into a pile,
Oh,
and then
nice.
gust the rug up and push the glass underneath.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm gonna say with Elle doing that, because that's really clever, and now I'm mad. With Elle doing that, as long as you are patient enough to wait for Elle, that would negate having to make an acrobatics check to get around the glass.
Did
That's super creative, and I like it.
what was your answer to Eric's question about the shape of the glass?
All sorts.
So there's different colors of glass that you notice that could be a single item, but there's no perfect break where you can see an outline.
Gotcha. Okay.
So with Elle kind of leading the way and using Gust to move the glass shards as best you can, some of the bigger pieces don't move, but they become a lot easier to avoid. You're able to enter this room safely. Can delete a whole paragraph.
No. As we get in, is there any like skylight or anything? Like any feature that would explain this glass?
You do notice as you walk in that, and it's hard to tell at first because it is nighttime, but you do notice that there does appear to be a window on this side of the room, or a window, like a porthole almost,
Okay.
on this side of the room. But it's not glass, like it's not broken. You don't see shards around the window.
How big is the window?
It's like a little porthole, like a porthole on a ship kind
Like,
of.
could someone fit through the window?
Sir Basil.
Basil could.
Break the glass, send you out, get some help.
Yeah, that's what the group wants to do.
Does anyone have a shrinking potion? Could we all get out?
Don't think I do.
Sir Basil probably wouldn't abandon you all. But, I mean, if the group thinks it's the best thing,
I
then...
mean, we're not that far from the council chambers. Isn't it just down the road? Just
Mhm.
let some of the perch guard.
Because it's on the upper tier, right?
Yeah. We can get out of this hellhole. Mrs. Q serious. Should we break the window?
Sure. I'm up for trying it.
Okay. Mrs. Q doesn't have a lot of objects that... Oh, well, she could try using her pan, her frying pan, to see if she can break the glass in the window. Or the whatever it is in the window.
I'm gonna say it's easy enough to do.
Oh, okay.
You look out the window, and it is a straight drop down. Because if you remember, you curved around the outside of the tree from where the council chambers were. You're not at that top ring. You are now wrapping around the outside of Alderheart.
So there's nothing below?
There is ground very, very
Giant
far.
drop.
Like
top of
ground,
the tree.
ground And
Like cold, hard ground.
okay, right.
Very far down.
Here's the bed sheet. If you hold these four corners just right,
Yeah.
don't let go.
Can we though?
Billowing cloak like Batman and glide. Oh.
Do I see anything? What time of day is it?
1 a.m.
Okay. Do I see any bats around? Outside? I like stick my head out the window. I'm like looking around.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh, my perception's
With disadvantage.
Advantage.
I got 2 11s.
Nice. That's pretty
So
good.
perception is 13.
13.
Yeah.
You-
Any kind of creature that can fly. Bird, bat, bug, doesn't matter.
Jeremy.
You like stick your head out, try to kind of look around, and like it's a small window, like it's small, so you don't even stick your head out. You kind of like stick your nose out and sniff a little bit. With no light, looking outside under the cover of this tree. Maybe if you sit and wait and be very quiet, you might see something, but
Can I take the shovel and start digging out?
there's no shovel. I put the shovel there by accident. You know how hard it was to make these? Leave alone.
I'm sorry.
I can see through. Maybe I can miss these steps.
Into what?
I don't know.
The great beyond, because you're really high up.
Elle, we got any magic in here?
Elle is looking up at the picture. Can she see a signature that she would recognize, like from the other pictures? Is this
The sword with the two rings.
Very much so.
okay?
And go ahead and make a perception check while you're here, Al.
18 plus something.
Yeah, okay.
Dirty 20.
You see in the bubbles now, there appear to be 4 bubbles that are almost kind of floating in this space. You see in the top bubble, you see what looks like a depiction of swirling winds, like tornado-esque, that almost look to move and shift as you are watching. In the second bubble, you almost see, and you swear you can see it, like individual grains of sand caught and blowing in the wind. In the third bubble, you see a single leaf that almost looks to be twisting, kind of like the propellers that fall from the tree. Even though it's not moving, you feel it. You can almost see it dancing the way you dance, or you make the leaves dance with your gusts.
Just interpretive dancing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And in the fourth bubble, you see kind of what looks like, the best way you can describe it is almost like an ocean mist or raindrops or something like that, but not liquid, like something that's almost like a condensation that's just kind of cloud-like in the last bubble.
Interesting.
I don't know. I could try to detect and see if there's any magic in here, but I think I can already guess that this painting again will have something. So Basil, why are there so many of your sister's pictures in this house?
I'd like to find the answer to that question myself. I don't know. I don't know why Pip is involved in any of this.
As you're all having this conversation, a voice enters your head.
Okay.
It's been about an hour here, Basil. You having fun yet? We're almost ready for you.
So Basil's gonna yell out. So like, obviously you guys all hear it. And they think he's like, "What the heck's going on?" He's gonna yell out, "Enough of your games! Face me!"
It's okay, baby.
Be a little more patient here, mate. Believe me, I want this to happen as much as you. I would like everyone to make an insight check.
Ooh.
No, Eric.
Use the inspiration.
I gave it.
No. Well,
Who has it now?
You didn't
I
take it, so I think you still have
Oh
it.
my gosh, you can both have it if you want.
Who has it?
I'll use it.
Who's using
Are
it?
you using it?
No, you use it.
Insight?
14.
16.
21.
12.
11.
11. Elle with a 16 and Basil, you're the only two. You have this intense feeling that just kind of comes out of nowhere. Chill kind of runs down your spine. You almost kind of hold yourself a little bit closer. Elle, you in particular being on the younger side. You feel like you are being watched. We're gonna end the session there.
Ooh.